Hi everyone, what's happening? How are you all doing? This morning I'm here in Benaulin, South Goa. I'll just take my phone a little higher at uh, a restaurant called Johnson's, a nice restaurant. Serves breakfast, lunch, dinner. Uh, just turn the phone around so you can see the restaurant a bit. As you can see, I'm the only one here. I'll come in a bit early for my breakfast. People will come in a bit later after the maybe late nights for breakfast. It'll be more busier during lunch and even more busier in the night time. Behind me, you can see the crystal blue waters of Benaulin Beach. You can see the white sands looking a little brown under the sunlight, the fishing boats, and it's just an amazing feeling to be here. The sound of the water, the air, it's super. For those of you who've not been to Goa, I would invite you to visit. I'm proud to say that in Goa we have some of the best beaches in the country, if not in the world. This is one of the longest coastlines in Goa, which is the Kolva Beach, stretching to Benaulin area, and the waters, as I said, pristine, and it's particularly in the months of say October until say March is a really good time if you want a bit of heat, a bit of sun. Then April to May, and then June until maybe August, September is a rainy season where all these restaurants and shacks close down as the waters come up. So I'm going to talk about today my next topic, which is about career tips. I would like to thank you share with you all over my 26-year-old journey. Okay. However, before I do all that, let me have some breakfast. It's just here. Thank you very much. Okay, so I just pause here, have my breakfast, and come back to you on my video. See you in a few minutes. Hi again. So that was an amazing breakfast. When I say amazing, for those of you curious to know what I had, it was just a mushroom onion omelette with a black coffee. My stomach is full and I'm all ready to speak. As I said, in our background, the beautiful Benaulin Beach showing you again. Just before this, I just took a video which should have played before I came up now. So as Goa is beautiful, an amazing place to come, I also do what I always say on my trips to other places. We like this place to be sustainable, clean, kept clean, I mean, not exploited. And I must give credit to many activists and many environmentalists here in Goa for doing their bit, either working with the government or working with the system or sometimes against the system to keep this place beautiful and preserve it for posterity. So now coming to my main point of discussion, career tips, and this is based on my 26 years of corporate experience. I just want to acknowledge I kept my notebook, my diary open. I thought I would list down some points, so as much as I could remember, so I could share with you some tips from my experience which might be helpful to you. And I must say this is not an exhaustive list. This is from memory. It is quite possible I must have forgotten some mistakes, some important things, some experiences. Uh, However, if you want to engage with me and I do remember, then I would be more than happy to share with you. I also want to say before I start, I had a lot of ups and downs in my career, good time, bad time, not so good times. Made a lot of mistakes, realized my mistakes, had some great stuff, great acknowledgement also, sort of the mixed bag. So the things I'm going to share with you is learning from all of these things. So the first thing, and this is not in any particular order, I just for jotting down as I was remembering it. This is particularly initially. My advice to those who are joining a job initially is yes, you need to look for what you want uh, in line with what you learned, and maybe if you want to take on some additional opportunity as well, so you could deviate a bit. That totally depends on you. But my main message here is look to learn, sorry, work to learn, not so much a salary and a package. Learn as much as you can from your job, from better people around you in terms of experience or skills. Salary will always come in due time. In fact, you're building your foundation. The other thing I want to add, I'm going to say this in order, okay, of what I've written. So maybe not in order of my career. Uh, and this is related to career in a way of your job security going forward. I wish somebody had said this to me when I had joined a job. So I'm sharing this with you. It is very important when you earn your salary to start keeping some money away. You might call it for a rainy day, you might call it for savings, you might call it for investments. I would uh, put it more in terms of investments, in terms of money which grows over time. And it's like it might be a small amount, it might be 5% of a salary, 10% of a salary, 20% of a salary, but the small amounts over large time grows to a huge amount. Okay, and take it from me, I wish I had done it at that time. I started quite late, and I hope you don't do the same. So that's a tip. The other one is that travel, if your job allows you, network as much as possible, make the connections. Some of it could be friends for life, but you will learn a lot from people uh, in addition to your job. Now, again, I'm speaking to you. I'm going to refer my notes so I don't miss out on some things. Uh, the other thing I did not do very well initially, but I did improve, was on company trainings. See, a lot of companies, particularly the ones who are growth minded, focus on trainings for the employees. There could be various level of training, good trainings, okay trainings, very good trainings. But nevertheless, there's a lot of material put in this training, there's a lot of thought put in this training, and people's better skilled than you or I was at that stage come and train. So whatever it is, participate a lot. You're getting trainings for I mean along with a job, and also learn as much as you can. Um, the other point I want to talk about is effective planning and organization are key to being successful at a job. Uh, in my career, I had wasted a lot of time, which I now regret. I could have been more productive. I could have given better output, and I could have grown further. Yes, there are some times where some tasks you might find this is maybe a waste of your time that comes with a job. But all is said and done, whatever you do, your part, timing, in this sense, please plan and organize. Keep on updating your skills, and with it keep on updating your CV. Okay, you should always be abreast of how you are in your job, what skills you're learning, what skills you need to learn, and what your understanding of what your say market value is. This is something I've learned. It's a very valuable lesson. There are good bosses, okay bosses, and let's say not so good, but some might call them bad. Uh, Chances are you will come across all three of them. So on a positive, good bosses are a gem, they are a blessing. Um, they might not be there for long. Learn as much as you can from them. Okay, they are the ones who help you grow and be more confident in yourself. And more importantly, be in touch with them. I have some of my good bosses who have been mentors to me and in connection with me for at least about 15 to 20 years. There are not a lot of them, but a few which I can count on my fingers. The not so good bosses that comes with a job. I'm not trying to put anything negative here. That's part of it. Try to adjust. Try to work around, work with them, and maybe they also need. I understand empathy sometimes, but at the end of the day, if you really can't and you need to make that decision, then it's better to look somewhere else or professionally, uh, uh, professionally. Uh, 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 Handle it with them, or if they can't handle it, look around for another job. Uh, this is something which the next point is I learned later, but I realized if I had done it earlier, I would be far ahead of where I am now. Be very clear on your life expectations. I know sometimes the future is not clear, but at least you have a plan for it, like where you want to be in 5 years, uh, 10 years, how much money you want to have, do you want to have a house, do you want to travel, do you want to get married, do you want to have kids, because this is very important. Mostly I see people working and suddenly they get married and then the financial bills hit them, and then they are not sometimes prepared for it. So I'm not saying not to get married, I'm not saying not to have kids, but I'm just saying just plan in advance. And the better you plan, the better you will be at it. And I find that people who better plan actually progress better in their careers because they know what they want. Uh, Confidence is a key. When I say confident, I don't mean that I or you will know everything. There are times we know, there are times we acknowledge we don't know. What is important is that, thank you. There's important that we learn new things, and what we don't know, spend time in us speaking to people or attending courses or whatever. But confidence is the main one, which I lacked in my particularly my initial years, and something I would like to tell you to address as soon as possible in your career. And even if you pass some years in your career, better late than never. Uh, the other important thing is power of association. Now, in our careers, there are work colleagues, there are friends, there are family, and let's talk particularly more about work colleagues because they spend a lot of time with you in your work. There'll be positive colleagues, negative colleagues, and okay colleagues, aggressive colleagues, cool colleagues. And this is not to paint anybody negatively, it's just that as far as you are concerned, protect your mindset in terms of trying to be positive all the time. If people are too negative, spend limited time with them, maybe only in a professional sense. Try to spend more time with people with better vision, better skills, more positivity, who can take your mindset to greater heights. So the power of association is very important, not only in work but otherwise. There is a saying that your income is average of about 5 people around you. So choose your people wisely. Okay. Another key thing is very important. I learned in my career is to help train guide people. Why it is important? It's At least I found it personally. The more I teach, the more I learn, and more confident I get. And even more important, down the years, you and those colleagues might move to different paths, but the gratitude they'll have with you, and they'll be sort of constant reminders of how you impacted their lives, which will only infuse a lot of positivity into you, make you a lot of confidence, and feel your life is of some great value. Uh, this particular point I'm going to talk about is on emotion intelligence. Now, maybe, not maybe, I think, particularly for me and maybe for a lot of you, I would say emotional intelligence is the one key thing. If managed properly, okay, it will take you to high greater heights of success. I failed at it big time, particularly initially, and sometimes during the course of my career. Now there are a lot of books on emotional intelligence, a lot of material around there, but emotional intelligence, just put in a simple definition, is how one manages one's own. Say, I manage my own emotions. I'm aware of people's emotions around me, and maybe influence them in a bit. Maybe with my positivity, the way I handle myself. I can definitely tell you I missed out on some opportunities because of poor or not well management of my emotional intelligence. The other point I want to talk about is health and fitness. I see normally, that happened with me for a long time. We sacrifice our health, our fitness, our food habits, right? And then we pay for it in the end with the medical bills. My advice is, as far as possible, don't do that. In fact, it will make you sharper, more focused, and it will make you more, increase actually your career prospects in the market. Okay, you can always find time, maybe 10 minutes, 20 minutes at various intervals to do this. It just requires a bit of discipline. The other thing I want to talk about is based on appraisals. So many companies, okay, have this yearly or maybe some even 6 monthly appraisals. So these appraisals are basically to review your performance, the relationship with the company, where you need to improve, where you're good at, and in a theoretical sense, it's a great tool. My recommendation here, and this is something that I have not done in most part of my career, but I started it in the latter part of my career, and I wish I had done it earlier, is do your own appraisal. And I would recommend every quarter, say every 3 months, every 6 months, and every 6 months, and review what your goals are, how you are on track to achieve the goals, what skills you need to do, your life objectives, are you on track to, and be hard on yourself. You are the only one who can be hard on yourself, and the more honest you are with yourself, the better you will be in your main appraisal as one part of it, but also in your career prospects. So I'm just looking to my notes if there's anything I missed. I think I covered the. Excuse me, just put out the fan off. Okay. I think I covered the important parts, right? And as I said, there are a lot of things I could share with you. Okay, and I'm sure after I finish this video, I'll remember some more things. The important thing is, first, for you, that you're getting some tips from somebody who has worked, had some good times, made a lot of mistakes. But also important for me that I am recording my journey in terms of career. So thank you everybody for your valuable hearing. Again, I'll just show you the beautiful coastline. Hope you can come here someday to visit. I wish you all the best for this week, and if you have something valuable to share or you want to engage, please comment. I request you to like this video, share this video if you find what I shared with you was valuable. All the best.